what are the claims and how they shall be prepared due to the impact of lockdown caused by COVID-19. Foremost is the quantified demand from the party who suffered losses shall be presented instantaneously. The interpretation of contract and law regarding the admissibility may be pondered successively. In our country, less than 50% claims for losses reach to the level of arbitration. The rest of the genuine claims are not being prepared due to various other reasons. If we consider the award ratio is approximately 60% in the arbitration, then it can be seen that the project recovers approximately 30% of the losses incurred. Due to this minimal and sluggish recovery ratio, the construction companies are exceedingly stressed, which affects the implementation of the project and hence growth of the country. Hence, the subject is very important as thought out by CIEC. Now, how to prepare and evaluate these claims which could be easily understood and awarded by the adjudicating body and could be upheld in courts. To prepare fair and reasonable claims towards the losses incurred due to lockdown caused by the COVID-19, let us visualize a situation that what would be the cost and time upon the completion of the project without the impact of lockdown vis-a-vis the revised cost and time after the lockdown. The underlying thought of the claims preparation shall be to have a mindset of recovering actual losses suffered, not for making profits. It shall be understood that the other party also suffered losses from whom the recovery of losses is being sought. The lockdown period has two phases. The first phase in which loss of productivity is 100%, and the second phase wherein the loss of productivity varied from 100 to nil till it regains complete pace of work. The losses for the first period is a bit easier to calculate, while for the second phase are a bit complex. Along with the monetary losses, the compensation of loss towards awarded time require equal attention, rather more. So, first of all, let us talk about the methodology of claiming time losses. Now, how to claim the time? First is extension of time. Extension of time application shall be prepared and submitted. Now, how to prepare this application? The time extension application shall clearly demonstrate the comparison of critical path activity, critical path activities before and after the lockdown. The revised construction program shall cover impact of delay due to remobilization of labor and financial arrangements, etc., till the original pace is restored. This EOT claimed may not be equal to the actual time loss of lockdown. The mitigation of time loss on critical path activities shall be done wherever possible. It is suggested that no other events other than the lockdown impact shall be added in the EOT application. The approval of a revised construction program shall eliminate the possibility of levying liquidated damages and approval of price adjustment for the extended period, which is a big immediate relief. Now, after the time compensation, we have to prepare the monetary compensation. Now, methodology for compiling the monetary losses. Now, these losses are of various categories. Now, we have tried to cover these losses, all these losses into four buckets. Now, the bucket number A, direct losses incurred. Bucket number B, claims pertaining to time related cost, which varies basically based on the time. Then financial losses, and last is indirect losses, D. Now, various formula internationally had been used by different countries, different engineers. Some of which are important are Hudson formula, Eichre formula, Emden formula, and actual losses incurred. Now, till date, no final formula had been decided either by the arbitrators or by the courts. All these formula have their pros and cons. Some have disadvantage, some have the other advantage and disadvantages. But we have, in our experience, we have found that methodology which gives the losses equals to the actuals had generally been accepted by the arbitrators, and the courts had hardly challenged this approach. Now, what is that methodology? That methodology is basically a combination of all these formulas. Now we go to different type of four buckets. Number A is direct losses incurred. Direct losses incurred is easier to calculate. This is basically actual losses incurred towards payment made to laborers, including demobilization and mobilization cost of the laborers. Second in this category is idling cost of machinery based on applicable norms of machinery that was in use earlier and in working condition. The machinery shall be linked to the activities that were being performed prior to the lockdown. A machinery which is standing idle for 1 year cannot be claimed here. The repair cost of the machinery shall also be added, and the machinery shall be in working condition. A machinery which is breakdown for long cannot be claimed. Additional cost resulted due to increased cost of labor and material, if any, after the lockdown, not covered in the contract price adjustment formula, shall also be added. Some variations could also be triggered due to resequencing and change of nature of work, or there may not be any extra item rate for such kind of work. They shall be also added. Now the big bucket of the losses is time related cost. These losses shall be linked to the revised construction program. So after the revised construction program is finalized, we have to calculate these time related costs. In this category, we have additional cost towards extension of bank guarantees, extension of insurance policies, various policies, including the labor policies, etc. Site overheads. Site overhead can be 10 type of site overhead, including securities, watch and ward, and so many, depending upon the type of project and nature of overheads being kept in your books. Then head office overheads. It can be actual, spread over the various turnover and various projects. And it can be on the Hudson formula also. Then holding charges at ports, revised terms of overseas and Indian contract of procurement of material, machinery, extension of warranties, guarantees of equipment. So like this is mainly applicable in OEM contracts. Then financial losses. Additional financing costs incurred towards the loans and advances that were delayed due to lockdown to the extent required to execute this work. Financial cost that would result due to additional loan requirement after the lockdown. Then indirect losses, loss of opportunity cost and loss of profit. I guess that should not be charged at this stage. Delayed recovery of revenue and profit based on the construction program. That can be a big claim. Impact of concurrency in various claims shall be enumerated. All these claims shall be calculated for the first phase where we have zero progress. For the second phase, we have a partial progress. Okay. Steps for submission of claim. Briefly, submission of letter intimating of the events and losses, intimating about the subheads, intimating about the cost, interim evaluation on weekly or monthly basis, then final evaluation of claim. Last is what are the records required to be kept and submitted to support this claim. Like everybody knows, salary sheets of muster roll of manpower, staff, etc., machinery logbook, invoices, actual payment proof of bank guarantees and insurances, proof towards site overheads, CA certificate of the financial cost, contracts and various work orders, etc., etc. There is a long list. So thank you very much for giving me chance to present in front of you about this very very important topic. I hope that you all will submit your claims immediately after the lockdown is open. Thank